Hello YouTubers, doing the timing belt, water pump, and all the idler pulleys and the tensioner on an 06 27. 27, 25 is pretty much all the same on the Hyundais. Just want to give you some tips. Number one, check all your seals. Make sure the seals behind your cam sprockets, and then of course down there your crank sprocket are okay, not leaking. You'll see what happens. Let me get my flashlight. If they're leaking on the cams, you'll see oil right down in there on the back side of the cam sprocket. Now you want to make sure that after you drain the antifreeze, you're still going to get some come out of the water pump, and it's going to go underneath of here, underneath of the pulley. So what you want to do is you want to pull that off and dry that out, because if that slats up on your belt, that antifreeze is going to make your belt soft in the spot, and you're going to break it. Even though it's brand new, it'll soften up on you. This comes out. Yeah. Yep. Okay, this comes out. Of course, it's got a keyway in it. You can see the keyway. It only goes on one way, and the pin sticks out this way. Now, on the older models I've done, the harmonic balancer actually sticks to that thing, and when you're trying to pull out the harmonic balancer, it's pulling this out with it, or at least trying to, and then you're figuring out what the heck's going on. The balancer feels like it's coming off, but it's not. It's stuck on something. It's going to be stuck on this. And what you have to do is get it out as far as you can, and just crack it around the dampener with a hammer, and it should break it loose. Because what happens is it gets rusty in there, and it gets rusty on that pin. Also, dress this up a little bit before you put it back together, and put anti-seize on here. If it's your car and you're going to keep it, you're probably going to be doing another timing belt and water pump, because Hyundai recommends 60,000. Make a long story short, this one I just got for a guy. I do some brokering sometimes for people. They tell me what kind of car they want, to give me the money, and I go out and get it for them. But anyway, someone had marked 67,000 on here that it was changed. The place I bought it said it was changed to 87,000, but when I took it apart, it still had a Hyundai belt on it, factory belt. So I'm like, I don't think so. Okay. So anyway, I'm changing it, changing the water pump, changing all the pulleys. All right, now, one really important tip. You're probably saying, what the heck is that thing? Anyway, this is basically an outline of this. Okay? This is basically an outline of the water pump. Now, the reason you want to do that, this is styrofoam, by the way. The reason you want to do that is draw an outline of the water pump, the shape of the water pump, and punch holes in it with a pen, is because these, see this one here? That bolt is longer than that bolt, and you have to go in the right spot. Now, if you get messed up, still not too bad, because you can stick it in there, and just make sure each bolt sticks out the same amount. It's probably going to be like a ½ an inch that it sticks out. I already probably messed this up, but I don't really care, because I can fix it. Anyway, sorry, I'm trying to watch what I'm doing and keep the camera on the thing too. But anyway, outline it, punch holes in it, and then put your bolts in where they belong, because if you put the wrong bolt in the wrong hole, you're either going to strip it because it's too short, or you're going to possibly crack the aluminum block. That's right, I said aluminum. Look at that baby. You can tell she's aluminum, and that will ruin at least that day and probably the rest of your week anyway. So that's bad. All right, now another thing is the water pump has a lip on it, on the top of it. See it? Right across there. That actually sits behind here. I don't know who designed that, but they ought to have a smack in the head. Let me get my flashlight again. Sorry. All right, but it's behind this pan right here, this back cover for your cam sprockets. Why can't they think of what the hell they are? I guess I'm thinking about too many other things too. Life's a bitch. Anyway, you can take the 4 bolts out. One over there, one right there, one right there, and one right there. Okay, they're just under the pulleys, and I put them there, 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 and there. Okay, just punch them through. They're all the same size, I'm pretty sure, but anyway, I just to make sure, I put them all in there like that. Okay, what else did I want to tell you? Oh, once you loosen these up, see it moves a little bit. Take a pry bar right here, right where my finger is, and just pry it out this way, just a little bit. And the water pumps on dowels, it'll come out. Same thing putting it back in. When you get your gasket, and always put your gasket on the pump and glue it on the pump. I use weather strip because it gets tacky real fast. But always put your gasket on the pump, let it set up a little bit, and then pry it out right here, slip it up underneath of there, and put it over the dowel pins. You know, because if you have to take this whole thing off, you have to take the pulleys off, and it's just a real pain in the ass because it actually goes down even further. So it's a pain in the ass. Make sure you clean all the gasket material off of there real good. You don't want none left over because you definitely don't want to put this thing back together and have it leak. Now, being this timing belt wasn't broke, here's what I do. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a little OCD, but anyway, right there it says TR. That's top right cam. All right, I marked that with paint before I took it off. Lined everything up, top dead center. Okay. Then what I did over here, I put another one for the left side cam, looking at the motor, left side cam, and then also put a mark down here at the bottom. Okay. And then what I did was I counted the teeth from one to the other. That's my new belt, so let me see. I left the old belt in the house, but anyway, I counted the teeth, say, from this one over to this one, and then this one down to that one. You only got 3. Mark each one, and that way I took and counted the teeth on the belt because these stretch, so you can't really go by size because this is the old one, this stretched, and the new one. Did I bring that thing out here? Oh, I'm losing my mind. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute, this is the new one. My bad. I guess I left the old one in the house. I'm sorry. But anyway, count the teeth. It was like, I'm not going to tell you because I'm not really sure. Let's say 65 to one and 83 to the other. I think that's what it was. 65 to one, 83 to the other. Then you can just mark them up with your paint marks that I put on there. I don't know. Yeah, there's one on the bottom too. And then you line them bad boys up and you ain't going to mess up. Okay? And then you put your, of course, your water pump back in. Put the bolts back in this thing. Don't forget them. That's why it's nice to have it set up like this, because if there's bolts there, you didn't put them in. Now, I took the power steering pump off when I first got started. And what I did was I plugged the end of the hose right here with just a cap that would fit inside of there. I don't know if you can see that or not. I'm not real good at. Hold on, let me take this out here so you can see it. All right, see that? I heated it up with a heat gun, and I stuck that plug in there so it don't leak fluid. And then I just turned that and laid it on top of the motor so that don't leak, because that's got fluid in the reservoir. Let me see if there's anything else I can tell you. I'm not on the computer too much, but if you want to ask me a question, just send me something and respond. I'll respond to it as soon as I get it. The pump, power steering pump, has 2 bolts in it. You have to take the serpentine belt off to get to turn the pulley to get to these two bolts. I think they're 14s. Anything else I want to tell you? I'm sure there's other things I wanted to tell you, but they're the main things. Have a nice setup like that. I mean, prepare for like anything else you would prepare for. Take your time, get things set up, and it'll save you a lot of aggravation. Okay, the tensioner. Okay, I forgot about that. Here's what I do with the bolts. You might think I'm a little crazy, but I put all the bolts and everything, and then I put masking tape. When I started out, I had like 10 pieces of masking tape hanging off of here. And what I do with that is, let me go around, I'll show you a couple other things I did. Because you don't want to put the wrong bolts in the wrong hole. These are pretty self-explanatory. Got a couple other things. Here's the idler pulley, I think it is. That's got a piece of masking tape on it. I marked some of the bolts and everything. And these metal trays from Harbor Freight, the magnetic kind, they're really nice. Nobody likes to lean over and knock a bolt down inside the motor. Oh, okay, here's something I did. This is for the bottom center cover. I just put a piece of masking tape in there. They're pretty much self-explanatory too. The three are the same size, and then the one is a long one, so you can figure out where that goes. That's not a problem. All right, I'm probably boring you by now, so I'm going to get off of here. Like I said, you have any questions or concerns, shoot me something, and I'll get back to you when I get a chance. Okay? Hope it helps. Talk to you. Have a good one.